That's a brilliantly cued shot from Zhong Wei from Singapore. Don't see a finish on this table yet. Based on where that 6-ball is, he's going for it now. Here making use of the combination shot rule. As long as you make contact with your ball first, you can pot your opponent's ball as well as he did there. So now I think Chris is going to go for this. There's not many places to leave the cue ball on the table that's safe. Yeah, there we go. There we go, and landing perfectly on that 15 after kissing into it, and the 15 off the 8. Surprising miss from Melling there to the top corner pocket. I feel he could have given that ball a little bit more attention. Playing that over that distance to the top corner pocket there. We see that shot again. I think he caught the inside first, yeah, inside jaw first. Quite far up the cushion. Managed to get the position on the black ball, but didn't get the pot on that occasion. Oh, have a look at this for a shot from Melling. Yeah, he raises his hand. They didn't want to catch the knuckle of the center pocket, but the idea was there to get the cue ball back down table, and Chris Melling takes the lead 1-0 over Zhong Wei from Singapore. Yeah, I feel that that miss to the top corner pocket from Melling was just him warming up. That's not a miss you would usually see from him. There you see that black ball once again going in to get his first point on the board. This is a race to 9 throughout the tournament. 100-minute match time. Players get 45 seconds per shot and one extension of 30 seconds per frame. If you are just joining us, welcome to the live stream of the Commonwealth Billiards Championship Day 2, Session 3 here in Mauritius, live at the Revanala Attitude Hotel. And what a tournament this is by the Malpool organization and WPA. Unbelievable what they've been able to do. We have 4 disciplines here at this tournament: snooker, blackball, 10-ball and hayball. We also do have a carom table in the practice room. That carom table is there for exhibition, so we have the carom professionals here. Chris Melling to break now in the second frame. He does lead 1-0 at the moment. And making a ball into the side pocket, that 9-ball going around the table and getting into the side. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, kicked by the 3 and off the 2 into the side, yeah. That's a nice clean pot from Melling to secure stripes. Let's have a look at his route. He's always leaving himself options, as you can see. You can see the 11 goes to the center. He's also nicely on the 15 to the opposite center. I think he's overscrewed that a bit. Yes, just a little bit. Would have liked an angle on this 11 to the center, but not that much. Yeah, but look at that cue ball control. He's still not on the right side of these. Yeah, slight recovery needed here to get nicely on his next stripe. There we go. How's the pace? The line is good, the line is excellent, and the pace looks good as well. Oh, he's overrun that one as well. So you can see this TV table is quite pacey. And that is a break and run for Chris Melling to take his second point, and that only took about 2 minutes, I believe, from Chris Melling. What a break and run that was. Chris Melling now leads Zhong Wei 2 frames to 0. Yeah, you can see he really got into that one as well, but look at this brilliant cue ball positioning. Yeah, his recovery shots are something else, and that's why he's called the magician. He's able to pull shots like that out of his hat, and even though he doesn't have the perfect position sometimes, the pots he can make and the recovery shots that he can make is what makes him such a fantastic player. So even when his back's against the wall, he's still bringing the best every single time. Zhong Wei from Singapore to break now. He trails 2-0. Chris Melling, this is a race to 9. That last frame was a break and run from Chris Melling. Took only about 2 minutes to make that one. Legal break, open table from Zhong Wei. So Chris Melling now comes to the table. Having a look at the black ball already, it is tied up to the 13. So would that be reason enough to take stripes on? I think you might be able to get the black ball into the bottom. Right corner pocket. Yeah, he did call his extension there as well. He wasn't too happy about that shot selection. A little indecisive from Chris there. There's a chance now for Zhong Wei. He comes to the table. It is open table still. Solids in play for Zhong Wei. You can already see this is going to be such an exciting matchup. I do think that Zhong Wei can take the game to Chris as well. I don't think we'll be leaving him on with anything easy, especially he knows what he's capable of, seen what he's done already in these first 2 frames. first thing he has to do is close down that lead from Chris Melling, especially with time being a factor, and he did not want the double drop in that case. He wanted to leave one of those outside the center pocket to play next. Yeah, with time being a factor in these matches, 100-minute time limit, you can't let your opponent run away with the match. Now he's executed that well, but where's this cue ball going? It's going in. Ah, that is unfortunate. Foul, ball in hand for Chris Melling. And that is one thing you can't afford to give Chris. Run away with the match. He's executed, and he made that combination
with left spin,
well, because it was not on at all. It was not set. He had to make that. And straight away you see Chris taking that problem ball that was in front of the black on with his ball in hand. So you're going to get the cue ball back to the middle of the table now. There we go. Always giving himself options. That's what I can see from Chris's game. Nice little nudge onto those. Not too hard. That was a controlled cannon into that. If you have a look at if he would have hit that slightly more harder, that 15 would have ended up on the cushion, not potable into the side. Yeah, this is masterclass from Chris. Not only that, the speed at which he plays at, it's about 5 seconds, between 5 to 10 seconds per shot. Unbelievable stuff for Chris Melling to take his third point of this match. He now leads 3-0 against Zhong away from Singapore. And the Magician, although he missed that first ball, he gave his opponent the table. When he did come back to the table with ball in hand, he did make sure and made the finish he needed to make, and he's now 3-0 up in this race to 9. It's not easy playing against a player like Chris, I have to say. He makes it look so easy, comes to the table. As you can see, he doesn't even feather on these shots, he just gets down and plays them. It's not easy at all, but I can tell you something, that takes years and years of practice and hard work to be playing the way Chris does. Hundreds of international events, thousands of international matches. To be playing at the level Chris does. So Chris Melling to break at 3-0 up. Have a look at that once again. Looked like quite a lot of power into that. Yeah, a little bit of pop too, but not getting the power transferred through the pack. And yeah, he definitely believes that was not racked as tight as it could have been. Containing safety shot from his opponent. This is interesting. It's very interesting to see. And another one, I do believe it is still open table. Both these players not wanting to pull the trigger in this rack yet, and we are most likely going to see a tactical battle here if there's no finish on. Although we might see Tang Zhongwei taking the 7 to the center pocket now to secure solids. He has done, and it's there. played that. He has definitely played that, and how has that worked out for him? Only problem I had with that shot is he was still keeping one of Melling's stripes behind those solids. Now with that open, let's have a look at how stripes are looking on the table. Because if he does allow Melling back to the table, yeah, have a look at stripes. Stripes are quite open, and Tang still has the problem of the 6 ball behind the 14. Has he left it open? That's the first thing Melling would be checking, is if that 14 is open. If it is, he'd definitely be playing it, so it looks like it isn't. Going for the 9 into the center. Execute that so well. The cue action of Chris Melling's is just something amazing, I have to say. He's going to use this opportunity to bump into the 6. There we go. Oh, what a shot that is. Beautiful from Chris. Yeah, bump into the 11 too, because why not? Fantastic. This is a masterclass from Chris Melling. Really is. I mean, when he came to the table, we did see that he had the 9 available, but I mean, this finish, intricate cue ball positioning to get his 4th point on the board. Chris Melling leads Tang Zhong 4 frames to 0 in this race to 9. And there's his opening pot. And if you have a look at the 15 and the 11 on the other side of the table, it was not easy at all to develop those. And even this, have a look at the cue ball positioning here. Look at that for a shot, and this one as well, to get into the 6 ball from there. A lot of inside English. Really is. Yeah, that was a brilliant finish from Chris Melling. Really enjoying that playback of some of those best shots of that frame. Well, there we go, 75 minutes left in the match, and Chris Melling is up 4 frames to 0 in this race to 9. That's a big break from Tang. Needs that now, needs a run out of his own, needs to make a finish. Left in the match, and Chris Melling is up 4 frames to 0 in this race to 9. That's a big break from Tang. Solids in play for Tang Zhong Wei from Singapore. Hasn't been getting the best rolls in this match thus far, and every time he lets Chris to the table, I mean, Chris is just absolutely punishing him. Yeah, the cracks are starting to show now, and that's what I meant. It's so difficult to play against a player like Chris when he makes the game look so easy. giving himself a chance here now to also get onto the score. Oh, I didn't expect that one from Chris. I did not expect that one from him at all. Yeah, you'd want to forget about that one as quick as we can. But now Tang Zhongwei to the table, and he needs to
also,
be.
you have to remember
doing
the
the most
100-minute time
chances
limit
he's
for
getting
these
from
matches. That does come into play.
Yeah, he's done very well to get the cue ball up table there. Great shot from Tang Zhongwei. The other disciplines are being streamed as well on WPALive.tv, powered by 4 cents. You can register free and also watch on-demand matches. Those are the matches that were earlier today and yesterday as well as a few interviews that are on the page and a few snippets about the tournament. That's WPALive.tv. We are also live on the Joy World Hayball Tour Facebook page and YouTube page. And I do believe the 10-ball match currently on is being streamed on the WPA Facebook page as well. So just keep an eye out on all of our social media platforms. You'll also find the digitalpool.com links there to have a look at the bracket and know exactly when your favorite players are playing and seeing who they might be playing in the next round as well. We have 4 sessions per day here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. That's 10 a.m., 12:30 p.m., 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. So 1 session left for the day after this one. And on the TV table we will have South Africa's Marina Jacobs against Amanath Halim. That is scheduled for 5:30 p.m. on the TV table. I'll be joining you guys for that match as well. We look forward to a lot more exciting matches from this tournament, and you do know, as a tournament like this progresses, especially a single elimination tournament, the matches just keep getting better and better with every round. Oh, he's at it again. The magician is at it again. Yeah, honestly, I don't see him missing from here. I really don't. Yeah, I think there was a phone ringing somewhere in the arena. Have a look at this. And as you can see, he is slightly high on this 12, so it's going to come out perfect to play this black ball in the opposite center pocket. And this black ball for his 5th point now. And it's there. Chris Melling takes his 5th point. He leads 5-0 over Tang Zhongwei. Just under 70 minutes left in this match. And it's been one-way traffic. It's been one-way traffic. But I have to say, Chris giving away a few chances that miss earlier in the frame as well. He has given Tang a few chances at this table, but against a player like Chris, I mean, every chance you get, you have to be taking them. This black ball in opposite center pocket, and this black ball for his 5th point now. It's there, so it's going to come out As there we see Chris making that finish once again to get his 5th point on the scoreboard. This is a race to 9, 100-minute timed match. We'll have a look now to see how many minutes remaining. 68 minutes remaining in this match. Chris Melling leading 5 frames to 0. And it's Chris to break in this 6th frame. Looks like he's slightly changed that break. Yeah, less pop, more power to accommodate for the triangle rack, and looks like he's been successful at that. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, he's made the 3 straight off the bat into the corner pocket. And if you are just joining us on our live platforms, welcome to the Commonwealth Billiards Championship 2025, live from the Rivanala Attitude Hotel here in Mauritius. This is day 2, session 3 of this
Scotland's
event. You are watching the Hayball discipline at the moment. I'm Raymond Tilak, your commentator for the Hayball matches.
That means
if you would like to tune in to the other disciplines here, you can go to wpalive.tv, and those other disciplines are there for you to watch as well. That's snooker, 10 ball, black ball, and of course Hayball. We are also being streamed on the Joy World Hayball Tour Facebook page, YouTube page, and the WPA Facebook page as well.
70 minutes.
And that's just so you don't miss any of the action from here. We are trying to get you every single match and every single shot live. We are doing the best we can to bring the experience to you.
The people who came yesterday or
yeah,
the day
recovery
before,
needed now for Chris, and this is what I love to watch.
On the 7th won't be the same people. They would have grown, and this is the beauty of
I
this
love to watch Chris when he needs to make a recovery shot. That's when you really see him in action.
In your local pub at home or local pool venue, whether you're playing on the highest level, players who compete in those events, they always are better for it. You know, it's that development of match temperament, and the bigger the stadium, the bigger the development of the match
Chris
temperament.
using his
A lot
extension.
of players here
Players have
this
45
tournament
seconds
in
per
particular
shot and one
are seeing
extension
some
of
their
30
idols,
seconds
you
per
know,
frame.
like your likes of Chris Melling, for example, one of the biggest names at the tournament.
I am getting goosebumps.
Oh, what a
only
pot
the
that
name
is.
You can imagine
What an
what is happening with the
absolute
players who
Yeah.
are playing.
Brilliant shot
Yes,
that
and
is
he's a
from
player
Chris.
that people have been admiring for decades, and if you're lucky, Chris Melling will give you a hiding on one of the tables.
Let the players have it.
Yeah.
Super.
It's been wonderful.
Another one down to the bottom pocket. Is it there? It's there.
Mauritius is not a bad place
Oh,
to
what
get
a
knocked
finish
out
this
of a
is turning out
tournament.
to be. This is a magician finish we are watching here.
Of course. There are so many things to admire in this country, starting with the people.
Yes, they are lovely.
Mauritians are great people and are very hospitable. And it is
From the 12
this
to the 8.
which has given me the courage
Oh, he
of
needs to
not
get past
give
the one
up
ball.
on this tournament,
Little
because
bump.
I wanted the world to see that Mauritius can give you much more than just the smile, the sand, and the sea. We can also give you sport.
Yes.
Oh, brilliant stuff from Chris.
Absolutely. And you know,
Absolutely
love some,
brilliant stuff from
insights
Chris.
from
Break
you.
and run for
Last
Chris
night we
Melling.
had an
That
opening
is his
ceremony
6th point
attended by
on
a
the
lot of
scoreboard. He now
dignitaries
leads
from
6 frames to
Mauritius.
0
What was their impression?
Well, they were
over Tang
pleasantly
Zhong from
surprised,
Singapore.
that for sure. But at the same
Unbelievable
time,
stuff. That 15
inspired
to the
to
bottom
do
corner, and
even
then
more
even the
for
11
Q
after
sport,
that.
because even
The
in
shot here
Mauritius,
to break the
many
12.
people, the ministry, they didn't know that Q sport is actually a bona fide. Yes.
Chris Melling is a walking highlight reel, I have to say. He's the shots that he plays is absolutely magnificent. Brilliant stuff from Chris Melling. We expect nothing less from him.
Ball in hand, time running.
Tang Zhongwei from Singapore to break in the 7th frame. He trails by 6 frames to Chris Melling in this race to 9. And look, I have to say, there's definitely a way back for him if he can manage to take the chances he gets. There's enough time on the board. 63 minutes remaining. 6 frames to Chris Melling in this race to 9. And that's Chris Melling going 6 frames up in under 40 minutes. But you've seen how quick he is when he is at the table. It's honestly magnificent to watch. And there you see it on his shirt. That is a Jam Up Apparel shirt, The Magician. Yeah, and he's off again. Here is Chris. This is going to be an interesting clearance here. He has to take this 13 to the top. This has to go. This is not an easy shot. Needs good cueing. Yeah, that was the one. That was the one. Oh, but that just rattled in the jaws. Just rattled in the jaws. So this is a chance now for Tang Zhongwei from Singapore. These are the chances that he's been getting. We have seen him coming to the table. But against a player like Chris, you have to take these chances. You're not going to get many of them. So far out of those 6 frames from Chris Melling, those are 2 break and runs.
Black ball, 10 ball, A ball. You have 1 hour left in your session. 1 hour.
1 hour left in the session. Here we see 61 minutes on the clock for the session. These are time session, 100 minutes per session. Having this tournament, this is a great day for Q Sports, to be honest with you, to have billiards being played in the Commonwealth. It's something I never thought I'd see. And yeah, here we are at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship, and that's getting us closer and closer to our goal to have billiards in the Olympics. It is the fastest growing sport in the world at the moment, so why not? And as you can see at a tournament like this, the players are playing on the best equipment available. On the Hayball table we have the Joy Q8 tables. These are the same tables used at the Grand Masters finals in China. On the 9-ball table we are using the Predator table for 10-ball, the United King black ball tables. And the Rassen snooker tables. A massive thank you to our key sponsors that I've just mentioned for this event. And of course, on the Joy table, we have Liebe Win Cloth. Joy and Liebe Win, really an amazing partnership to have here. They really do complement each other well, having the Liebe Win Cloth on these Joy tables. They are a real dream to play on. And once you get used to the pace, the slide, and the way the cue ball takes on the cloth, it's really fantastic equipment to play on. Oh, look at the reaction he's able to get there. But still not perfect. Another recovery shot needed from Chris here. Yeah, that was really close to going in. That was really close, and you can see the position he would have had on his next stripe as well. It'd be going up table and back down for the black ball. But now what can Tang Zhongwei do to get his first point on the board? That was a very good hit from Tang Zhongwei, but I'm afraid he's going to be in the same situation once again, and that, from this angle, that looks quite tight from Chris. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant stuff from Chris. Absolutely brilliant. How do you land plumb on the black ball like that? Oh, my word. 7th point for Chris Melling in this race to 9. He leads 7-0 over Tang Zhongwei from Singapore. And, oh, my God. Unbelievable stuff from Chris. So if you are just joining us, welcome to the Commonwealth Billiards Championship 2025, live from the River Nala Attitude Hotel here in Mauritius. We are right on the coastline about 100 meters away from the beach. And this is day 2, session 3. We have Chris, the magician Melling from the UK against Zhong. Chris currently leading 7-0 in this race to 9. This is the men's round 1 of this tournament. So 16 players in each division. So winner of this goes through to the last 8. It is a single elimination tournament, straight knockout. And so far, one-way traffic for Chris Melling. Everything going in his favor, but when he's at the table, as you've seen, he makes everything go in his favor. Creates his own luck, as we would say. Yeah, but some of the recovery shots he plays is just absolutely next level. Man is a walking highlight reel. And out of those 7 frames, 2 of them have been break and finishes. I think one has been a run out off his opponent's break. But Zhong has been coming to the table. And against a player like Chris, if you are coming to the table, you have to be doing more with that opportunity. Looks to me like he was eyeing up the 6-1 combination. Oh my word. That is absolutely ridiculous. And he almost made the 6 as well. And you did actually see him point towards that pocket of where the 6 was going to go. Oh, brilliant stuff from Chris. Oh, he's looking at the 4 off the 14 into the center. Oh my word. I actually think he wanted that 14 to go into the 6 there, release the 6 from the cushion. Yeah, he's pulling out all the shots now, isn't he? Masterful to watch from Chris. Yeah, I think he has to use the spider arrest here, doesn't he, to get to this. That's a brilliant pot with the spider arrest. As if that shot is not hard enough on its own to pot that with the spider. Brilliant stuff from Chris. Now, what has he left himself with? I think he might have just overscrewed that. There we go, we are right behind it. He is looking at possibly swerving. It's close for a jump, but I think he's going to get the jump cue. Because you aren't jumping the full ball on the 11th. It's about a half ball jump or so. Very close indeed. Very close from Chris. So these are the opportunities that we were talking about that Tang Zhongwei has when he comes to the table, and yeah, he's played a really good shot there. Did see Chris tapping the table with his cue, showing appreciation for that shot from Tan. Yeah, that looked like he's doing the two cushion parallel shift to get to that black ball. See how this works out. It looks like it's going to be a full ball contact. That's a nice shot from Chris as well. Just getting it off the cushion, making it potable to the center if he gets the cue ball at the top end of the table. However, you're going to see Tan keeping that cue ball at the bottom end of the table now. And there you go. He's left Chris with a very long black ball to the top left corner pocket, but this is tough. Yeah, that was a very, very tough shot to get right for Chris, and as you saw, almost going into the opposite corner pocket there. And that's jump cue coming out. Yeah, jump cue definitely on this one, and yeah, I feel this is, I would say, I was gonna say high percentage, but then you have to think about the fact that you don't want that cue ball flying off the table as well after contact, so you gotta keep the power low, and you need the elevation to come over the 12. And you're just clipping that black ball into the corner. Just like that. Brilliant stuff from Chris Melling. Just like that. He gets his 8th point on the board. And have a look at the way he controlled the cue ball on that jump shot. Absolutely magnificent from Chris Melling to take his 8th point. He leads 8-0 over Tang Zhongwei from Singapore. 45 minutes left on the clock. So 8 frames in just over 55 minutes. Yeah, this was a brilliant pot. Look at that, and just snookering himself a touch there. That's the first jump shot. It's going to be a full ball contact. That's a nice shot from Chris as well. Just clipping that. And this is the winning jump shot for the frame. Yeah, no, fantastic stuff. Have a look at how he managed to keep the power down on this cue ball. Just making it over the object ball. There we go. Yeah, with that you had to make sure that the cue ball was on the table before making contact with the black ball. Otherwise it was going to be flying off the table. Magnificent stuff from Chris Melling. So Tang Zhongwei to break in this 9th frame. Has he made a ball? No, I see Chris already off his seat.
Tang Zhongwei to break in this 9th frame.
Has he made a ball? Yeah, and he's off again here on the solids is Chris Melling. And he really means business in this tournament, and that's the thing about Chris, ever so consistent. Every time you see him playing, he's just always consistent, no matter the tournament, no matter the match, no matter who his opponent is. Chris is the type of player that plays the table, not the player. And I mean the speed at which he plays, it's unbelievable stuff from Chris Melling. And this black ball to take the match, 9-0. And it's there. Chris Melling takes victory, 9-0 in just under 60 minutes. He has whitewashed Tang Zhong from Singapore. Unbelievable stuff from Chris Melling. Brilliant stuff. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Raymond Tilak, your commentator for the Hayball division. And if you want to catch any more of the live action from the other divisions, tune in to WPAlive.tv. We'll be back at 5:30 p.m. Yeah, 5:30 p.m. local time here in Mauritius. That's GMT +4 for our final session of the day, and that'll be from the ladies division, round 1. South Africa's Marina Jacobs up against Amnath Halim, and that is on the TV table at 5:30 p.m. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Absolutely. He's going the way of the words, and I think he might. Oh, no, he doesn't have the angle yet. Doesn't have the angle yet to open that up. Could potentially go for the double here. That's what he's doing. He's banking this with center pocket. Hey,
Really close to the table.
very
You could
close.
see that he had the 9 available, but
Too many problem balls to solve.
Facebook page, YouTube page. This is what I love to watch.
That said, though, if Kevin can just take that red out of the corner pocket, the game is open for him. On the Hayball table, Chris Melling just won his match 9-0. Enough. That's ouch. Yeah, I think he's waiting for Caesar on the other side in the other round. Yeah, I'm sure, nobody is terribly surprised by the outcome. Chris Melling has been in great form in the last year in all the circuits he competes in.
Hi, I'm Chris Melling from the UK, and this is Getting to Know You. So the first question is your best moment playing pool. So my best moment, I would say, was playing the first Moscone Cup that I played. I played Shane Van Bonen in the first match with massive amounts of pressure, and lucky for me, I beat him 6-5. So that is one of my best moments playing American pool. My worst moment playing pool, there's a few of them. I would say probably losing in the semi-final of the World 8-Ball Championships in Fujairah. I never made one mistake. I didn't miss a ball. I didn't play a bad safety. Just couldn't get a ball on the break, and that was probably my worst moment. Who first taught me how to play billiards? I've never been taught how to play. None of my family play. I started at a very young age of 9 and started playing snooker and English pool, then took up American pool, and and hairball.
Exactly.
So I was very fortunate. I believe that I was a natural talent,
Hey,
and
nah.
even though no matter how natural you can be, you have to put the practice in, which is what
Nah.
I did when I was young. I practiced probably
That's ouch in
about 60,
Afrikaans.
70 hours a week
Oh,
until I was
wow.
22 years old from being 9.
Frederik
What was my
and
first memory of
Kaboy
playing
Songa,
billiards?
So generous.
Again, I was 9 years old in my
So
local pub with my
generous,
dad.
and the players
My
will
dad used to
take
play
an
on the fruit
intermission
machines
now
and
the
he'd
7 frames
play
have been
cribbage.
played.
And
We'll
I
be
just
back
practiced with all
just
his
after
friends playing
this.
pool, and that's how I really started. Favourite type of music? I like the 80s music, pop music. I think it was the best era. Obviously, I was very young in the 80s, but I remember that from going to the youth club and places like that, and yeah, that's certainly my favourite. What attracted you to your particular discipline? I'd be lying if I didn't say money. When did you know that you were good at billiards? Funny one. Again, started off at 9 years old, started playing snooker. By the age of 12, I had my first 100 break in a match. And then by the age of 14, I made my first 147. And that's really where it all started. Chocolate or chips? Both. Yeah, I like both, and as you can probably tell, but I've slimmed down a little bit, but yeah, I like them both. The first trick shot you learned? First trick shot I learned was actually, they call it the snake shot. So you set 15 balls up in a row, and you hit the first ball to then hit the second, third, fourth, up to the 15th, and it makes combinations to the corner pocket. It's a really easy trick shot. As a kid, it's something that looks good, but I wouldn't use it in my exhibitions. Can you sing? No, I'm the worst singer you've ever seen in your life. I have actually tried it, but unless I've had about a gallon of beer, then there's no chance I'm getting up on the karaoke. Are you a good dancer? I never. Do you know something? I never say I'm actually good at anything. I let everybody else decide on that. But you know, obviously, when you've had a few drinks, everybody thinks they're a good dancer. So I think I'm all right. Tell us something about you that might surprise us. Well, I'm the only person that's ever been professional at snooker, at pool, at 9-ball, and at Chinese 8-ball at the same time. Nobody has ever done that. Obviously, you can turn professional after you've won a few events or done well, whereas snooker you have to qualify, and now we English pool you have to qualify. So yeah, that's one of my greatest achievements. Did you think of your cue as a male or a female? I've never really thought of that, to be honest, but I'd have to say female because I'm not that way inclined the other way, so I'd have to say female. Yeah, I think your cue is part of your arm. I had 2 cues stolen throughout my career, and I couldn't pot a ball for a few years, but yeah, for me it's part of my arm and it's part of what I do, and without it I think I'd struggle. Do you talk to yourself when you're playing? I don't talk to myself when I'm playing because I think that can be a negative. I'd try breathing techniques, I try focusing, I try not to look at my opponent, I count dots on the floor, or I count writing on the side of a pool table. But yeah, that's the way I concentrate and focus. Do you talk to your cue during a game? Only when I miss, and I give it some grief. No, at the end of the day, it's not the cue, it's you, it's the player. It's nothing to do with the cue because you've practiced with that for so long, so you should be used to it. Who do you look up to as a young player? My first hero as a player was Jimmy White at snooker. Luckily, he became a friend of mine over a lot of years. Ronnie O'Sullivan, obviously, somebody who's done amazing. And, you know, somebody like Earl Strickland, I'd say, in American pool, Efren Reyes. They're the 4 people that I look up to most. Do you have a pet, and what is his name? I do. I have a French Mastiff, and he weighs about 135 pounds, and his name's Butch. Do you follow other sports? Which sport, and who's your team? Yeah, I follow football. One of my local teams is Leeds United. I try to go to as many games as I can. Obviously, being a busy pool player, I'm here, there and everywhere, so I don't get much time to go, but I think I went to about 5 or 6 away games last year, quite a few home games. I like to play darts. I play for my local, I own a bar where I live, me and my business partner, so I play darts. I'm not too bad at darts. I think I can average around 75, something like that. But yeah, I love watching a lot of sports, rugby league, rugby union, so I'm a massive sports fan, to be honest, and I play golf now, so I try to do anyway.
bien fiers. Rose les hommes verts bien gagnés. Bien comment ne te dire. C'est un mari plaisir.
Hi guys, I am with Ralph Kana. Welcome Ralph, where are you from?
I'm from Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea, beautiful. And you're playing on the 10-ball format. What are your Bauer Powers top 3?
I love the place, first of all, and people have been friendly. And I met some different country people, and I love that.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you all the best, play well, and do your country proud.
Thank you.
Gravé, les mondes entiers viennent rassembler pour nous faire ce Commonwealth. Allez Maurice, pour nous dire, nous tous ensemble, la main dans la main. Maurice, on dit nous bien fiers, rose les hommes verts bien gagnés. Bien comment nous te dire, c'est un mari plaisir.
Hi guys, Craig Bauer here. I'm with Andy Stenterford.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Andy?
Jersey in the Channel Islands. So a lot of people ask where Jersey is. It's in between England and France. We're a tiny, tiny island. And it's 9 by 5 miles, which a lot of people don't know. So it shows how tiny it is. So yeah, Jersey.
Well, welcome to Mauritius. I'm
Thank you
having
very
a
much.
great time. We're starting with a new segment here on WPALive.tv. The Bauer Powers top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3 things about this event.
Okay, so first of all, I'd say location. Obviously, you don't get much better than Mauritius. It's a beautiful island. And being from an island myself, I know exactly what it takes to have a nice island. So yeah, I'd definitely say location is excellent. Diversity. I think coming from where I do, you know, I don't get to sort of play with the African players and you know, all around the world and stuff like that. Normally when we play in tournaments, it's normally UK-based tournaments and Europeans, but this it's on a different level, and getting to know different people is really, really nice. So I'd definitely say diversity within the tournament itself, and hospitality. I know, going back to the whole Mauritius thing, the hospitality that we've received since we've been over here, and including players as well. Everyone's friendly. Everyone wants to know where you're from, you know, your background and stuff like that. And when you're coming into a pool play, sometimes it can be quite hostile, but here everyone's sort of welcoming, opening arms, and the staff have been brilliant as well.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, Andy, on the 10-ball table.
Thank you very much.
Play well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Across the globe, in every pocket of the world, under neon lights, inside bustling pool halls, and in quiet corners where dreams are born, a cue is drawn, a break is made, and something greater than the game unfolds. This is more than sport. This is connection, a universal rhythm, a shared language of geometry, grace, and grit. And at the center of it all, there stands a cue, a symbol of skill, spirit, and unity. The World Pool Association, WPA, is not just the steward of the game. It is the heartbeat of a global movement. We are the bridge between generations, the voice of players and fans, and the stage for champions from every continent. We preserve the integrity of the game. We elevate the passion of the people. We shape the future of a sport without borders. One Q, one world, one future. With every tournament broadcast, every updated rule, every young player stepping to the table for the first time, we shape the path ahead. We don't just look at where the game has been. We ask where it can go, who it can reach, what it can mean. From the legends who inspire us to the fans who fuel us, from grassroots matches to global stages, this is our future, a future we build together. The World Pool Association, WPA, is proud to announce the launch of its visionary initiative, One Q, One World, One Future. This global movement marks a bold new era for the sport in partnership with our broadcast and technology partner, 4Sense Technologies. At the heart of this evolution is the debut of WPA-Live.tv, the sport's premier digital broadcast channel. Kicking off in July with live coverage from the Commonwealth Billiard Championship in Mauritius. WPA-Live.tv will deliver world-class action first for future tournaments and games, powered by cutting-edge technology and integrated AI. But this is only the beginning. We are launching the world's first professional fan-based app, connecting over 750 million global fans with the players, the game, and exclusive AI-driven content like never before. Recognizing the importance of growing the sport from the grassroots, WPA will also launch a new global youth initiative later this year, the QE Game app and dedicated channel. Designed to educate, inspire, and engage, this initiative will live within WPA's new web platform, featuring live results, rankings, and player progress from every WPA event worldwide. Because this is more than sport. This is unity in motion. In every hand that grips a cue, there's purpose. In every break, there's potential. And in every corner of the world, this game reminds us, we are all part of something bigger. Because in the hands of many, with hearts united by one passion, the cue doesn't just point to the ball, it points to tomorrow.
Hi guys, I'm with Paddy. Paddy, where are you from?
I'm from Warren Point in Northern Ireland, County Down.
Okay. Welcome to Mauritius.
Thank you.
What format are you going to be playing?
Playing the 10-ball format.
And what are your Bauer Powers top three?
Top three things in Mauritius. Probably the company, the weather, and probably just enjoying the environment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really quality environment, friendly faces, diversity, lots of different flags. Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Paddy,
you
all the
too.
best in the tournament.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Gravé, les mondes entiers viennent rassembler pour nous faire jouer comme un Noël. Allez Maurice, vous nous dire, nous tous ensemble, la main dans la main. Maurice, on dit nous bien fiers, route les zones vertes qu'à gagner. Bien comment nous te dire, c'est un mari plaisir. nous bien fiers. Rose les zones bien gagner. Bien comment ne te dire. C'est un mari plaisir.
Hi guys, I am with Ralph Kana. Welcome Ralph, where are you from?
I'm from Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea, beautiful. And you're playing on the 10-ball format. What are your Bauer Powers top 3?
I love the place, first of all, and people have been friendly. And I met some different country people, and I love that.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you all the best, play well, and do your country proud.
Thank you.
Gravé, les mondes entiers viennent rassembler pour nous faire ce Commonwealth. Allez Maurice, vous nous dire, nous tous ensemble, la main dans la main. Maurice, on dit nous bien fiers, rose les zones bien gagner. Bien comment nous te dire, c'est un mari plaisir.
Hi guys, Craig Bauer here. I'm with Andy Stenterford.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Andy?
Jersey in the Channel Islands. So a lot of people ask where Jersey is. It's in between England and France. We're a tiny, tiny island. And it's 9 by 5 miles, which a lot of people don't know. So it shows how tiny it is. So yeah, Jersey.
Well, welcome to Mauritius. I hope you're having a great time. We're starting with a new segment here on WPALive.tv. The Bauer Powers top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3 things about this event.
Okay, so first of all, I'd say location. Obviously, you don't get much better than Mauritius. It's a beautiful island. And being from an island myself, I know exactly what it takes to have a nice island. So yeah, I'd definitely say location is excellent. Diversity. I think coming from where I do, I don't get to sort of play with the African players and all around the world and stuff like that. Normally, when we play in tournaments, it's normally UK-based tournaments and Europeans, but this it's on a different level. And getting to know different people is really, really nice. So I'd definitely say diversity within the tournament itself, and hospitality. I know, going back to the old Mauritius thing, the hospitality that we've received since we've been over here. And including players as well. Everyone's friendly. Everyone wants to know where you're from, your background and stuff like that. And when you're coming into a pool place, sometimes it can be quite hostile. But here, everyone's sort of welcoming, opening arms, and the staff have been brilliant as well.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you, Andy, on the 10-ball table.
Thank you very much.
Play well.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Across the globe, in every pocket of the world, under neon lights, inside bustling pool halls, and in quiet corners where dreams are born, a cue is drawn, a break is made, and something greater than the game unfolds. This is more than sport. This is connection, a universal rhythm, a shared language of geometry, grace, and grit. And at the center of it all, there stands a cue, a symbol of skill, spirit, and unity. The World Pool Association, WPA, is not just the steward of the game. It is the heartbeat of a global movement. We are the bridge between generations, the voice of players and fans, and the stage for champions from every continent. We preserve the integrity of the game. We elevate the passion of the people. We shape the future of a sport without borders. One Q, one world, one future. With every tournament broadcast, every updated rule, every young player stepping to the table for the first time, we shape the path ahead. We don't just look at where the game has been. We ask where it can go, who it can reach, what it can mean. From the legends who inspire us to the fans who fuel us, from grassroots matches to global stages, this is our future, a future we build together. The World Pool Association, WPA, is proud to announce the launch of its visionary initiative, One Q, One World, One Future. This global movement marks a bold new era for the sport in partnership with our broadcast and technology partner, 4Sense Technologies. At the heart of this evolution is the debut of WPA-Live.tv, the sport's premier digital broadcast channel. Kicking off in July with live coverage from the Commonwealth Billiard Championship in Mauritius, WPA-Live.tv will deliver world-class action first for future tournaments and games, powered by cutting-edge technology and integrated AI. But this is only the beginning. We are launching the world's first professional fan-based app, connecting over 750 million global fans with the players, the game, and exclusive AI-driven content like never before. Recognizing the importance of growing the sport from the grassroots, WPA will also launch a new global youth initiative later this year, the QE Game app and dedicated channel. Designed to educate, inspire, and engage, this initiative will live within WPA's new web platform, featuring live results, rankings, and player progress from every WPA event worldwide. Because this is more than sport. This is unity in motion. In every hand that grips a cue, there's purpose. In every break, there's potential. And in every corner of the world, this game reminds us, we are all part of something bigger. Because in the hands of many, with hearts united by one passion, the cue doesn't just point to the ball, it points to tomorrow.
Hi guys, I'm with Paddy. Paddy, where are you from?
I'm from Warren Point in Northern Ireland, County Down.
Okay. Welcome to Mauritius.
Thank you.
What format are you going to be playing?
Playing the 10-ball format.
And what are your Bauer Power's top three?
Top three things in Mauritius. Probably the company, the weather, and probably just enjoying the environment. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really quality environment, friendly faces, diversity, lots of different flags. Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah,
Paddy,
you
all the
too.
best in the tournament.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Les mondes entiers viennent rassembler pour nous faire ce Commonwealth. Allez Maurice, vous nous dire, nous tous ensemble, la main dans la main. Maurice, on dit nous bien fiers, rose les zones vertes qu'à gagner. Bien comment nous te dire, c'est un mari plaisir. nous bien fiers. Rose plaisir bien accueillir. Bien comment ne te dire. C'est un mari plaisir.
Hi guys, I am with Ralph Kana. Welcome, Ralph.